Afachan me digo ki yung break ano ni mapawar mabe miro be ki ker me kupe ki Mr. La Ruby ma antio wa Gulu City kana kita kwonge pa me go bacha ka kere tien ko oringi afo me dor wa chawa me prestigious
afoma takana
yes
for in me tikana no wa yeah chama no wa chara Gulu but patro but La Ruby wo kwayo ki jani a network petit stable total and to kono be kare me winyo keyboard part ngoma tekatema on ground ki Gulu City
yeah
iberi kara me penya ani headlines matia kate lo Uganda for the last 3 to 4 days headlines say kate but kitama I sat down and I started doing some analysis and only Uganda is being unfair Kimego speaker internet among
from your analysis
from my analysis and yes she might not be 100% perfect, she might be having some shortcomings chalola tela mubero katelo parliament melo me Uganda one when what take go teach wa part and can you wabetki kar be judging ourselves like the world and the countries are judging Anita net among, then we would not have people in these offices matie ilome Uganda. So I would request that we should be kind of like fair to her.
No one should be so excited in that way because we all error and it is not really about corruption because if it's about corruption it must be something beyond what we can see.
Because
Kinongo Mutoka and matiti on the front page can you get
yes.
Kinongo Mutoka Rio and only the town ni lulu madana when beriki walk camera ningo. I don't think it was necessary. Kinongo Mutoka ni krama no tingo ne kere di wo nyo kere ke karki you not in the main street. Ange mera ne it is to teach lukuone ni corruption right but ringi I think it is just mera exciting Ugandans.
The fact is log magikere komanita net among they are all allegations because there's no proof ma food kikati kere ni it is true that chenda ma enot you kere wile mutako kwala chenda pa government because Anita net among before becoming the member of parliament, the deputy speaker, remember she was a treasurer in the Forum for Democratic Change and also she was a bank manager, she's a banker. And she has been doing her personal business as well. So I think what the investigators should be able to tell us is to separate the monies that Anita Net Among is having. All the money that she has, maybe she might be keeping in her house, should not all be linked to proceed of corruption. That will be totally, subjective to Speaker Anita Net Among. What ought to be done is that the Clerk to Parliament, who is the Accounting Officer of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, ought to produce the file, the accountability file of the Office of the Speaker, how she has been able to spend the allocations given to that Office of the Speaker for the last 5 years. And we see how she has been able to use that money, whether she was using the money for the purposes or for the procurement plan, Kit Manoge Yobokere, or not. Kag is separating, now let us separate also her personal, money that she has been getting from the different businesses that she runs. And I know as an accountant and an economist, Mego Speaker Anita Among cannot rely on one source of livelihood near Bedo and politician. I know she might be running businesses, Uganda, so everything ought to be done in a systematic way. With investigators doing their private investigation, camera. So when this vehicle is very innocent.
It's very innocent. Producer Chen kumbedong wati cha wa melok lobo Kinongo Mutoka pa mong Rolls Royce gange irama lokalo atad. Yes, uringi the hottest story right now la wo manano chuma pamono Mutoka tika snaking around the city of Kampala. Rolls Royce makibeka wachine anonym. Awaje dakano awachine punishment guarantee we all want to see Jumaguti Mobile being punished. Wak Jumaguti yang age, gunyang ni kati me command be, gini udoni rom makakuman. But again, excitement ki yet ki chimowang mati kumamong any boring it, and then chuma pamono kwan makikwano people who have fallen from power, obere duon kayura tikene. once very powerful man, then fell. Mama Baba Ziti Kine. Once a very powerful man, then fell down. And Pange Kamo has been humiliated or hated or pointed as like Among has been in these past few days.
Yeah, I think Mego speak Hanet Among, she's a strong woman. I told you to know by this time knowing what you when you news my part, either somebody is hospitalized or somebody is dead because of kit magitika projecting in kere I lobo me Uganda ka chelki wi lobo gumbi because ka katiki loge konwa ka camera when menyu gangi menyu oti menyu Gemini, you keep asking yourself ni itima ngoma rach to that level ki ngat money matie ki chwe maraji komema could not really forgive you. If it's true, Nino locked here commercial I think the raid at our home on camera is not something good. It is set a very bad precedent. Uganda. First of all, people sacrifice a lot, offering services to this country called Uganda. And now, if at the end of the day you're paid, Kiet Magitika Sholokere, Mego speak on internet among any Kerala do you perpetuate ilok me metro teach more manogite kameto kamini anoni. So what will now happen to the different appointees? Magiteka ti government pa President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Nyayo luore ya kari anbano ringi mania kake mi ado teach money angeoni at the end of it all bibedi baya chalo kiet magi bayo kere amigo speaker anita net among ite batch kiet mawati kanano kere ani. So what ought to be done is that kagiteka allegation motie koma why can the investigating bodies use all their skills without maybe camera, and maybe at the end of the investigation they can now bring camera and lay bare the evidences magen guberikar no basing on the allegation
but also
not from the start.
If you see ikira aneno kumberi tweet pa ofono pondo wajikere ni this is what happens when your value is not being needed anymore. Temebe kumkadaga. You forcibly removed to ask to step down. Kelu immense chewing ikom the culprits in a way.
Yeah. However, it is also a good move. May I share? Menu to ke jomo kena niba office metie ka occupy megi ko.
Pe megi.
Office earn pe megi. Office earn tie paluak. And with gibenity
dak bena pe biberi ye matwala pe dak bena te me ye wai dong indong pe yo lemon wanya indispensable pe rama so we are trying to see both sides of the coin. Yeah. Titem nana ne team any bene money and rachi money here.
Yes. So you're Ian Maiti can away could deconica lobound dirty mini dog money. We po will match me rumuchu pay me follow ba Mario metemo tish magimini mere bedicare metemo man mere bed woy the teach my big banner. Emma in a lucho look and a jamama camera. Paul gigir romquan get knock, but China give a Tiana get knock. And to Jimmy cut the kere. Kerung at matiki billion tell among a dog at a dare more. That's why you say the power of media. Then are you when you're coming to appear on media, me lock. What's your words? Ngango mitika lock, like a lock connect. Pe lock ata. Pe lock me logo cha when camera ni can be used against you.
Mane anero kwet mukana magibeka temeneni la cholo kange muwaje ni karma mon ke Billy Gusto ming art mamege me nakasero kime chigoni among better mod kilu bopeno better mod she was overcome with the pressure and anxiety. Chwara no benati gang, yup no bekitika mete you swearing in after party. Ordering after party it should be cancelled. Chwara magogo engineer yedo birika what around ke mon kanyoto kamangoti ye igay egoni. Among Enekome was overcome with so many emotions. So Machado Dana Pedak was celebrating Tutwal. She can overcome and stand strong during this turbulent time.
Yes.
In a way, because you never know. Dear Maya no Megi.
Yeah, I think America carry penyo la pen maramo apa ichuma pa monachel. Ni check mene mawaja ni miro pengato bet kichene ote. Machel anoni. Check mene mawaja ni ngar miro bet only with the specified amount of money nyo
money laundering.
No, you can have this money, but so long as you're not using it for a wrong purpose.
Money laundering,
but this money was recognized by government.
Money laundering, me 2013, mamiyo kidul makilwoni Financial Intelligence Authority. Ma teach ki me monitoring, preventing, and controlling the use of chienne mapeking e ko kamati aye ken pianta so ngar mo ni pen la pen ni kumbere madongiti stoning aneta mong ni chiana eni no ki kwe videos. I don't know how true it is chiana mener ki beka warne ki odini ni Financial Intelligence Authority ubedu kwene when all this was happening.
I want to say somebody,
you were sleeping on the job.
I want to say somebody at the Financial Intelligence Authority
miro team teach you in due time work dong poko madong jimido bale ko biendong where were you when all this was happening?
Because if the money that was picked from Bank of Uganda, I think that's not money laundering because he withdrew it from a recognized financial institution, Uganda. So that means that Kagitika alleging money laundering, then the staff at the Bank of Uganda should as well be arrested for not detecting earlier the purpose of this money. Why was this money being withdrawn in that large sum? Then Financial Intelligence Authority, bank accounts, because even the branch managers, the commercial banks, transaction should as well be arrested and be questioned. Why were you authorizing a payment of this amount of money to an individual? So I think it is a network, and it has to open a fresh conversation in transaction at in different commercial banks matilo Uganda. Anoring any PN chana nama dit kano donya account you pekaro millionario kadiri million apa donya account I bank manager why no we cannot authorize you to withdraw this amount of money because your money is still being investigated.
Look, ma liat for neta mong for donkong robo bedo front page newspaper wa keep key headlines wa I think for the next 1 week. Look, mo kana ko meti kata ini kameta ko mede be mero temo kwedi kum deal madir makilwoni electoral commission pingo fudare kumaye outgoing speaker aneta mong karma eno lawyer kabirne me woman MP seat me bukedia me eno lawyer unopposed kumbeti kamera te wachini kabe chulmo woreken among Guinea-Ked Electoral Commission because why did she win unopposed? Ringi wipo kan karma MP stika campaigning ken jo mago karo la bon opposition mo obedo Fiona Nyamutoro menebi woman MP ki Anita Mong me bukedia malu remgi campaign were so excited with jubilations a campaign kumbeti logo dugo chen ni after this corruption case maybe electoral commission also needs to be summoned.
A former tech Emma, Carney Mirgiqued electoral commission, lock make a speaker, and internet among Okar Anopos. Then it has to start right from the NRM Secretariat, NRM Electoral Commission office, because we all know what it transpired at NRM Electoral Commission office. Kiatma, other candidates were really treated unfairly. Because Anita Net among Okar Anopos right from the NRM primaries, declaring an Anopos at the NRM Secretariat, when other two candidates also showed interest.
Yes, we are poor video and
we are in things. So I don't know whether they will continue to be in things. Now, after that, Yema did anonym, Monario Magi denying Gen participating in NRM primaries, they contested as independent candidates. Later on, we saw electoral commission, Uganda Electoral Commission, they are payment ni John Emeshung because they are not resident of Bukedea. Mani John go along Willa Kenya, they have never stayed in Bukedea, and electoral commission did not grant permission to John to appear on the ballot paper. Now, Kani investigating the Uganda Electoral Commission, then it should not only zero on Anita Netamong, even including the vice president, well, unopposed. We don't know what exactly transpired in Katakwi.
Major General Lupo.
And Shere in Nepi, Honorable Nyamutoro Fiona. She's celebrating that she's a woman member of parliament of Nebi, but she was not elected by the people of Nebi.
Because she came out unopposed.
She came out unopposed after even playing a syndicate against Ngat Moshung Idoge Matiela Meba Menu. So that cartel, Mathieu Dulme Electoral Commission should be investigated thoroughly, pingo dano magen go car ano post. That investigation ought to be done rightly.
But is it possible all the other competitors can withdraw from the race willingly? There's a possibility in pitch more but anyone maybe it's possible.
It is possible, but with the exchange of money. So where money has gotten exchanged, then the people who exchange money should be questioned. Where did you get this money from that you used for buying off this person? And it is not in this 1 million, it is in millions. If you can buy me off 500 million, then government has to investigate you. Where did you get the 500 million from? Maybe according to any. Then how can electoral commission nominate somebody and again nominate somebody? So that means that the staff of electoral commission, they should also be arrested for not doing work. Nominating campaign. Then you
qualifications.
I presented the paper on day one before you.
There's so many organs, institutions, Pagamenta, Makumbeti needs also to be cleaned. Kumbedi dong kitika penye electoral commission. So all the other linking institutions, corruption money here and there, pumir bedbere kumngara chile can in a way. So any don't we parliament what in an electoral commission we don't committee the penyo. So wakoro waneno la dir biaba kamango mo bugamo ginike la spokesperson Julius Chunguzi, but yes ngarmono watching this is the start for cleaning house.
All the government institutions are subject to be investigated. So I think it is right for electoral commission to be investigated as well. All the ministries, all the ministries should be investigated. After 5 years, kano itamo anorengi any. No kine manungi donyo kere doke tela memoire do metela manyene o mer jomu the ministry memoire should all be investigated. And that has to be done by IGG. I think IGG also to some extent is sleeping on, the person heading IGG is sleeping on job. And that's why if you now see the CDF of UPDF coming now to take charge of fighting corruption, that renders you as incompetent and you are not able to perform well. Because all this, what we are seeing around Anita and Among, should have not even come from President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni or even General Moses Kainerugaba. No miro aki bought IGG, kachel ki agencies, gi luenye kom corruption ilome Uganda.
Ka lok pala dit lobo I swearing in ceremony nemo temechi hario mo kara ni term no sleep with regards to corruption wachakada chiwati na institutions madong kumbeti cleaning house kachaka parliament on the spotlight electoral commission kumekite lopokor fudakaye ikitme achimowang kumberi outgoing deputy speaker la date honorable Thomas Tayeba klapen makiti penyina in ana production Miss Serving Child Deputy Speaker for the past few weeks. Aneta Mong has been on the spotlight, but Deputy Ne has not. Oringi, how not? Ina la penya yematiene, how not? Because good to you, Kachelo, the endorsement, nyo gene fronting, Makibeka fronting, they were fronting the two of them, second fronting the two of them. Triple A, double T. So, la penya matia yenening. Thomas Tayeba, a very young man to serve as a deputy speaker, Kubede Ana Wachine, he's waiting for the Ditlobo, Mr. Kending, and Kagiyeni Dar, which are at you. Kabeneko, he's only willing and thanking the Ditlobo Meme opportunity. And Kapen come from Tami, Itamani Kanita Mong no Kubede withdrawing a Tayeba Ramadakchan.
Yeah, a former tech, Emma. These are two different persons. Mego Speaker Anita Netamong. Being a woman, and secondly, being a woman MP, Bukedea, and then also headed the parliament for the past 4 years after the death of Jacob Olanya. And then we have Thomas Tayebwa, who has been in parliament, and he has been the government chief whip before becoming the deputy speaker. We all know that. And secondly, Tayeba has his own office as the office of the deputy speaker, and he has his own budget that he uses to run the office. Among also has her own budget. So these are two different offices and two different persons. I think Thomas Tayeba character nedok part character benepamong mawajo henane. He's a very smart person. He teach mamege and kid matemo kere teach mamege. Atamone and me wajani emere ko tam ni akibot President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is being calculative and is being humble here. Which it is a good thing because he knows the role that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni played for him to become the deputy speaker. So I think it wasn't his wish to become the deputy speaker from the point go.
We are poor.
Yeah,
in 2021 elections, he was Team Kadaga.
Yeah.
So okay, if you can withdraw from Team Kadaga, I'll give you this position. And he did.
So his ambition was not like ambition pangat mo kana ene. So and make mole me wayne America about President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Also too, is also being respectful to the party my anti-Kasaving, that is NRM, because the endorsement it was the NRM that endorsed NRM said.
Mira pen the three arms of government, the executive led by the president, the judiciary led by the chief justice, and the legislature led by the speaker. Is it mandatory the executive appoints all these heads of government? The constitution allows for the sitting people, child parliament, to elect their own speaker.
Generally, the president, as the head of state, has the power to make decision on how to appoint, and also to
advise, but not to appoint Speaker Orenge.
Remember,
he can guide.
Remember, he heads a political party.
Okay.
We are in a democratic party. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, being the chairperson of NRM, so these are two different offices also. So he might be having a reservation as the head of state, as the president. But being the chairperson NRM, he has also to play a role in deciding who is supposed to stand on behalf of NRM as a political party in this arm of government, the legislature, parliament. Then he also has a decision to make on who is supposed to head the judiciary. Remember, these three arms of government have to work together to see that the country is run smoothly. And you cannot turn your back on the other arm of government and you think, as the executive, things will run rightly. And that forces President Museveni to have a say in all these in all these arms of government. Has a decision because the budget executive should be approved by parliament. So if you don't have your own in parliament heading that institution and controlling that institution, then your budget as executive might not be passed, and that will affect your operation as the executive. Ministries, departments, agencies, now in judiciary banner, if you don't have a say in the chief justice, appointment of the judges, then that means that you will not stay for long. So it is a politics at play for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Let me have the people who will be loyal to me heading these arms of government to see that my project and my agenda okarma be. Get speaker at your position. Let me tell you, as the head of state, ibi berika tuam wiyuka bari level mamalo.
Anyway, loke duong dok bumete me ber duong wanga dong kabe arms of government eng wengo settling office mamegi ke cabinet. So wa bera tera me yupe menera movie matiti me Uganda ni. Amir kong wa yue manok kong dakya di mo kada ko duko mete ki yupo matin.
Nong miet paluok kitabun mamonya doku Kinongo luxury bathing soap. Yeke kweni mapat chalawai mentho antibacterial, ice cool, blueberry, coconut kishia butter kidong raspberry. Mogi ken mayero wero del komidong maleng kon weri no miet paluok kichawa duju. Kinongo luxury bathing soap, the ultimate refreshing feel. Luchatone ayechapa General Enterprises ginong dukan number deki Rafik Building Ichikubo Kampala. Nong Kinongo luxury bathing soap idukan ki supermarket